Hi, my name is Mokanyane, and I'm the General Manager for MTN Group on the FIFA 2010 World Cup project.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your role was in MTN involvement in the FIFA World Cup?
I was the project lead, looking after all the turn-on operations on the World Cup project, and it was a fantastic experience. Basically, I had to set up the project from scratch and ensure, especially on the network side, everything functions well. Hospitality, activation, all the branded stuff that actually allow us to return, get value out of the World Cup experience, sponsorship, were actually functioning well. I mean, what has happened is the World Cup, which I'm going to talk about later today, it has given us an opportunity to build a world-class network which is able to function way beyond just the World Cup, particularly around smartphones, because we identified that smartphones will be 60% of all the broadband. Therefore, our network has to be able to cope with that. That's why we built a better network that just lasts beyond just the World Cup. Very much long-term legacy that is very aligned to our business objectives. It wasn't just for the sake of it or for a very short term of 30 days. It was a much longer-term strategy to be part of the World Cup, to build a world-class network that allows us to actually be able to bear the fruits of that even post many years after the World Cup has come and gone. We launched MTN Play. We launched a whole lot of promotions with Bonjour and other suppliers as well. Also, the big thing was actually the revamp of our entire network. We spent 500 million rand in fixing up the network over the past 4 years. So that really is, I think, is the biggest service that we provided. I think it'll be very stiff. Competition is going to be very stiff, whether it's through any of the new entrants who's coming from India into South Africa, into Africa. We think it's going to be tough through regulatory environment, number one. Number two, also simply because of people or some of the irresponsible suppliers will probably go into a price fight, which I think is going to be very irresponsible. But particularly the new cable C network is going to absolutely change the face of our telecommunications industry. It's been fantastic. This is my first year at AfricaCom. I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was going to be this big. It's outstanding. The number of suppliers, the cutting-edge thinking, the new technology, the networking. I mean, networking is also quite a big thing out of this experience. It's just phenomenal. And also seeing some of the competitors, what are they doing, and really catching up with the trends that are coming up in the industry. I think this is where the leading-edge thinking is at. In the telecoms industry. I think we'll be coming next year with a much more evolved package, many of this. One of these companies will have changed a lot, but I think data space will have evolved quite a bit, but voice will still remain the core of African telecoms industry. So I do see more of the same, but much more evolved.